on your current affairs program, The Scoop. Hundreds of kilometers away in Rufunsa constituency, a young girl treks long distances to fetch water. A project to have a borehole drilled near her doorstep suffered a setback when the money meant to carry out that work was stolen in Lusaka. So this girl has to pay the price for a selfish civil servant who laid their hand on the money. Allegations and counter-allegations in another of the many cases involving employers and employees. Accusations of sexual abuse. This time, all the chief executive officer of a non-governmental organization comes into the spotlight.
I think it's not true to say that she was sexually harassed. That is not true. The same Gertrude, she used to be my girlfriend for years and years now. She used to be a girlfriend for years and years.
What will happen to the provision of circumcision, contraceptives and VCT, among others, once Society for Family Health winds up its operations? These are the questions being asked following the close of funding to the SFH effective this month end. Finding solutions to cut the cost and time of doing business. After months of searching and searching, this couple is convinced it has struck the right chord.
You can basically have this app be in your job, at the same time look at what functionality or what's happening in your business from your workplace or wherever you could be. So it actually comes to helping retailers in just also know what's happening with your business and making the business functionality easier because now it's on your phone.
That's all coming this Sunday at 17:30 hours, only on Movie Television, your channel of choice. While the truth is yet to be established over the missing 2013 Constituency Development Fund, CDF, for Rufunsa constituency, villagers in the constituency are paying the price. Over 3.3 million kwacha went missing at the Ministry of Local Government. Part of this money was 1.3 million CDF for Rufunsa constituency. The money was meant to procure a borehole drilling machine for the water-starved constituency, where villagers trek long distances in search of the commodity.
This is a day routine for young girls and women in Rufunsa constituency. Walking long distances to fetch water has become normal. The commodity is scarce here, a constituency without any natural water bodies. 59-year-old Ruth Mbenya and her husband understand the extent of the water problem in this constituency.
Manzi ni ovuda, tikita kumwa kusukulu, manji ni fatari. Kai kota hapa ni fatari. Kai kufika kuja, masiku bano, ivuta po. Wajita kunkara na vironda omukugaya manzi. Avuta maningi.
Nacho chili chakufa, sichiturusa manzi babu inonekezi. Ngatugaye, niye kutiruza chonga sachiwa. Manzi tuturuka pangono, sojago.
They are looking to authorities for an answer to their plight. This borehole at the local clinic has been providing relief, but not to the villagers' satisfaction.
Olo imosi apepo ikankhala kwa pakati pa minzi yapo mama kwa yakilini ya kuliyosamba tikasamba kwa yangu ya pakasaka
tekunabwera ko chipungwa nakamba kuti muka at first kusogolo one mwene aza chitira ti uzamba ulipiri wati 1.5 then mwachita organize uno so mwatiriri muno mwatu mwaka bandi ti chiranduna so tiyembekeza amene program kuti akagamba tingasonkezane ndalama kuti
anje nako polisi
satiyetera sakuti kapena ivo vintu vinayamba olo kapena vikalibe citizen.
It was this water challenge that the local authority and area member of parliament, Kenneth Chipungu, wanted to address by allocating the 2013 constituency development funds to the procurement of a borehole drilling machine. However, the funds disappeared at the Ministry of Local Government and Housing, subjecting villagers here to continued water challenges. The good news, though, is that government has authorized the constituency to use the 2014 constituency development funds to proceed in procuring the borehole drilling machine.
Part is that, the Ministry of Local Government and Housing, who are the administrators of the CDF, they have allowed us to use the 2014 CDF, to procure the borehole drilling machine. And that when we are given the 2013, it will go towards what would have used the 2014 CDF funds to finish the projects that are ongoing. So meaning that the procurement of the drilling borehole machine is now at the tendering stage. The council, they are writing to the provincial administration tender committee so that they can advertise. And in the same vein, we as a council, we are preparing how best we can, manage this program. A small team comprising of the council chairman, the council secretary, district treasurer, as well as chairman, as well as the water and sanitation officer, are traveling to Namwala this week, just to go and see how our colleagues have managed this program of drilling borehole. For sure, Namwala District Council bought their drilling machine much earlier than ourselves, in fact about 2 years ago. And I am told by the council secretary there that they have done quite a good job. And we feel when we do this, it should be able to help the people of Rufunsa constituency, because water is, I think, our major problem. As you may know, that we don't have rivers in Rufunsa, and due to deforestation, the water table has gone so low. So we feel that maybe by acquiring this borehole machine and by drilling these boreholes, that should be able to alleviate the shortage of drinking water in the constituency.
Until the machine is procured and delivered to the constituency, these young girls and women will continue to trek long distances in search of water, and many of them will never understand that their suffering is an act of human selfishness.
Society for Family Health is scaling down its services across the country as funding to the organization comes to a close. The organization is one of the many that was supplementing government's efforts in healthcare provision with support from the U.S. government. As a result of the closed funding, over 500 workers have been left in the cold without jobs. Worse still, uncertainty surrounds the continuity of vital services SFH was providing.
Over 500 jobs are on the line following the closure of Society for Family Health. The donor-dependent society is winding up its operations across the country at the end of this month. This comes as a cycle of funding from the U.S. government through USAID has elapsed. Also winding up operations due to this elapsed funding from the U.S. government is the Zambia Prevention, Care and Treatment Partnership, ZPCT2. Among interventions to be affected by this closed donor funding is access, equity, quality and sustainability in the delivery of comprehensive HIV/AIDS services. Services included testing and counseling, prevention of mother-to-child transmission, clinical care, male circumcision, and antiretroviral therapy. Meanwhile, Society for Family Health Executive Director Dr. Namwinga Chintu declined to comment, referring all queries to USAID. While some offices of the society in provincial centers like Mongu and Kasama have already closed down with less than 2 weeks to the month-end deadline. Society for Family Health has been the lead organization in providing VCT services through the New Start Center initiative, distribution of maximum condoms, chlorine and contraceptives, among other services. Undoubtedly, the closure of Society for Family Health has far-reaching implications beyond the workers, but the country's health provision as well.
Africa's economic prosperity and boom depends on galvanizing the creativity and inventions of its youthful population. In a move responding to this huge unexplored potential, a young Zambian ICT expert has invented a mobile application to manage retailer business in the palm. Muchu Kaingu and his wife Evelyn are convinced their invention is but just an example of an African solution to an African problem. Dennis Minyoyi is an entrepreneur in the Sarkaz Mtendere compound. He started business 6 years ago and, like most entrepreneurs, has been keeping documentation of his stock.
Records in a book ya mini ni sevenzesa ya stock na ya retail. Nero na sales book na ni magulisa pe nikagulisa pa janza na tete na gulisa kwa vaso. Elo vasira nzao na tuvasira niyo. Kuna monge iliko difficult but we must get this go way nangu maybe on phone so chingankale
the icon on my screen.
Necessity is the mother of invention suits well in describing 28-year-old Zambian ICT inventor Muchu Kaingu. Driven by a passion to solve the challenges of running a retailer business, Muchu has invented a mobile application he has dubbed as AIM Retailer. Most retailers in Zambia and across Africa face the problem of not having information that is timely, relevant, and accessible to run their businesses. Most employ point-of-sale and inventory management systems, but these systems are only accessible using a desktop or laptop computer in store. Muchu has come up with a software called AIM Retailer, which he says is a solution for easy record keeping for entrepreneurs.
AIM Retailer is a mobile application that allows retailers to carry their business wherever they go. So regardless of where they are, they can be at home, they can be on holiday somewhere, they always have that information on their mobile device that can enable them to make informed decisions.
While Muchu has a first-class BSc degree in computing with honors, and he is the technical lead of his project, his wife Evelyn is also his business and financial advisor. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and has 4 years' experience in retail finance and administration systems.
My role at this point is just being an advisor because I have, like I said, the background in retail, so I just give support on what other functionality can be added to the app. So at this point, I'm just basically like an advisor to the whole application.
The technology venture is aimed at providing jobs for not only the Zambian entrepreneur, but Africa as a whole.
You know, it's a big platform because for basically an economy to boost, you need the locals actually put into, have an impact on the country's GDP. Most of our GDP is that dependent on copper. So if we can actually have entrepreneurs actually come in and actually make the money for the country and keep it inside, that's what makes a richer Zambia. But then if you always have, well, not to be very biased, but to always have foreign workforce or foreign companies come in, you know what happens. So if you can have entrepreneurs actually just come in and do their job, have actual Zambians do it, then you know you're actually increasing your national wealth.
With 6 years of experience in retail, IT in one of Zambia's leading stores, Muchu has experience developing retail solutions as well as other business solutions.
I've noticed the frustration that most retailers have. They always have to be on their computer. They always have to print out spreadsheets to do stock inquiries. It's very inconvenient for them to run their business. So what I thought is, because we always carry mobile devices wherever we go, it's intuitive to just put a mobile app on the phone that can allow retailers to do everything that they can do on their computer, and all that information that they have to print out on reports or spreadsheets, to have it all on their mobile device.
The Chief Executive Officer for the Concerned Citizens for Justice and Human Rights has been accused of sexually harassing a worker. Gertrude claims she was abused by her boss, who attempted to rape her after duping her to escort him to a lodge on the pretext of going to see a client. But when reached to comment on the allegations, Richard Nkoma denied the claims, saying they were meant to destroy his reputation and the organizations.
Nita employee na bwana nkalakoche 1 week. After nsenzako 1 week, ba boss banga, ba Richard Chikolomankuwa, bene ba organization, it's an NGO. So wanabwa wanifuna. After wanifuna na bwana wakana. Wakana kwa ina wakana, tezonka next mpando na wevi. So wenzo stanga ati bantu balimo muja, penzeketani pasogolo, wenzo stanga ngene samanja, then wambo ni feeling amu vivero. So ine nenze desperate na nchito, so nenze kuwacho sako chabe kwanja. Then mabwani tenga Gertrude Tion pelekeze kuchiboli nkaoniko client wenzo namati I'm a lawyer by profession, so nimashita ando makesi mu high court. So ndeva nawa pelekeza kuchiboli kuli ba client babo tabotafika. Babula napeza ba client babo sibaliko tabota baembekeza babwela. Babo wakambisa na wapa sana drama 150 babo nipasa kuna 60 pin. Tabota bwelera then abwanuza Gertrude kuli ba client benango nifunga kustando case mu high court mairo. Tetende tubaone ndeva tinabota endera. Tienda tabota peza ti penzen paroji. So wanabo wangena mloji then wanisia panja. Abanuza tini bwera. First mloji mwa wanabo wangena muja wenze na bag ni endo booking a room na kubwa kutenga mabooks ya wenze mbag kwika room so that nione ati mwenze client vazuoni. Tabota fika mja mlumu ndeva wana ni kufarirako baja bamuna wenu organization na kunuza tinezo kuuza tinkufuna so nenzo yopa tinkakuuza tiye mlumu zakana. So ndeva tinabota vutana na bwana nkala pa bed. Babwani pushinga pa bed ati banigwese. Tabona mvutana tiza kustand report ku polisi. Ndeva wenze kuvutana na trousers na bwana skin jean. Kuti ba ngambe trousers manje banivule. So wanabwa ngamba che button na zip na bwana ngambika. Ndeva na bwana uza tinendo mlipotana ku polisi. After tavutana paja ndipo na bwana nileka baona na mbolira.
Gertrude Chisinzi narrates her ordeal after working for a few weeks at Concerned Citizens for Justice and Human Rights. The Kanyama local court ruled that Gertrude be paid 10,000 kwacha as damages for putting her name into disrepute.
So na bwana ndo walipota kuli wakazi wao. After na explain kuli wakazi wao, so na understand wanaona monga nizoenda na overzone, wambo nipanga chongo. Ndipo ina bwana bagulila deformation of character wakazi wao. Yenze mkanyama local court pa 5. Ndeva ina bwana winira na ija case wabwa wajaja na wajaja wakazi baja.
Gertrude has also revealed that the organization is involved in some dubious activities disadvantaging the community. It says it is supposed to be helping.
So vavi mastika mu office bamine chamine bavame bachita bananchita harass ne bavame bamachita sibatandiza community ya Kanyama. But they are there to make business for themselves. Vamema machita ukapeleka ko case ku victim kuja baza kuza tipase 50 kwacha. Ngaulibe 50 kwacha siwaza ndolinga case. Ela mlandu uli wanso wabwa mu office ngamwabwela ndrama. For example nina wankongole wanga funa nleta 1 million mu office. Sinzatenga 1 million nzatenga 700. Wama diamo 30% commission. Sasa wama caringa ni widow or si widow bebe wafuna chen drama. Wama panga cha ben drama ndeva mine wama chita pa office.
The Scoop team did investigations in Kanyama, the area where the organization operates from, and came across Iris Piri, who claims that she is one of the victims of these questionable activities by the organization.
Siwazazina pa victim waja oyina waja amboni konkana. Tena muni konkela nina ngongole. nilibe ngongole ini ndama munajua ndamonza suppose ndama zija kuniletera zonse mukaniletera ine chifundo changa ndipo ndingakupasa ngoni ndama zija kuti muchito chani ngambe to mwaombe mbai mwatenga ndama zene munazitengera kulibe chene mungazini konka ini amene jandama ninzofunika kuti niambe business nimune nzijeseramon inatwana tumpundu tuliso kamwamuna na kamkazi so tinamba kukangana. Last week banzana nikonka futhi now zitaenda nikuli konse
ndatwakonka nyo wakamba chani kule
ati afuna ndama zina salako nati kayuja muntu nzi suppose kulita 1,500,000 so iyo ndama inango afuta takambirano je muntu ananiletera bai kusera ta ndama zina kujubiramo ni zambiri so zamine izafuta enda mukonka uja muntu umpelekera kola utiti zija ndama zina salako tufuna utipase so anambo nikonga ta uja muntu tinasidizana ndama zake nampasa nambo nikonga but nabwana kalipa nikuti yendani kuli konse manje ndaba pali 1 million mwatengamo 300 mchani batengamo izo ndama munikongera chani.
But Mr. Nkuwa denied all the allegations leveled against him by Gertrude and had his own revelations.
That is not true. The same Gertrude, she used to be my girlfriend for years and years now. She used to be a girlfriend for years and years. And the way she got employment from this office, she got because we had some differences with her in our relationship. When we had that differences with her in our relationship, what happened? She had no option. We decided to employ her. Okay? Using me, I used other people to employ her. But unfortunately, she started misbehaving just because we have been in a relationship for some time. It does not mean that when she came here we continued with that relationship. When she came here, that relationship was not there. So what she's saying right now, that is not true.
How long were you in a relationship with her?
I can say that now it's for 3 years. Yeah.
On allegations of charging vulnerable people in the community to access the services, Mr. Nkoma justified why some clients are charged.
In the first place, madam, I have told you that everything we do here is free of charge. Okay? The only thing I think somebody can say that we are charging is those landlord and tenants forms. Again, we are not charging, we are selling. The issue of calling somebody in this office to come here before this office, we are saying that it's free. Okay?
Mr. Nkuwa has also sued Gertrude and hopes that justice will prevail and help clear his name and the organizations.
Been here, she has damaged my image. I'm a public figure, not only here in Kanyama, but at the national level, because I'm running this institution, fighting for the injustices in this country. Yeah.
Sexual harassment of workers by men or women in positions of authority is a human rights violation. Most women are trapped in a vicious cycle of having to live with the harassment or ultimately leave their jobs. This week's proverb says, "One who causes others misfortune also teaches them wisdom." That's it for The Scoop. Join us next week at the same time. Goodbye.